Hello guys, today in this video, we are going to help you to find out the best handheld game console in market. I made this list based on my personal opinion, and I tried to list them based on their quality, durability, customer review, and more. If you want to see their price and find out more information about them, you can check our links in the description below. Number 10. Valve Steam Deck ATMI 64GB Black. Right when we thought the handheld gaming console industry was almost dead and dominated by Nintendo Switch, Valve made the Steam Deck official. In Steam Deck's case, while there were people who looked into the technical aspects, most were mostly moved by its price, as the base model only ended up costing $399. The price-to-performance ratio is impossibly good, as Valve even admitted selling the console at a loss and making up for it with the commission of selling games on the Steam store. It's a smart move. For those unaware, Valve partnered with AMD to make Steam Deck's APU, and it strikes a great balance between performance and efficiency, something that handhelds from companies that followed later couldn't achieve. Naturally, Valve sold 3 million units and is still improving the deck. Number 9. ASUS ROG Ally 7 120Hz Gaming Handheld. AMD Z1 Extreme Processor. 512GB. White. Pre-order. Easier to play more games. Better graphics. Higher performance. Wherever the limit is with gaming, you're closer to it with Windows 11. Stunningly beautiful visuals, no tearing, no stuttering, and games are crisp and clear on the ROG Alli's 7-inch 1080p Full HD touchscreen display with a smooth 120Hz refresh rate and AMD FreeSync Premium. Incredible power equipped with the latest AMD's Ryzen Z1 Extreme on Zen 4 architecture, 8 cores, 16 threads. Get a groundbreaking 8.6 flops of computational power within your hands, amazing graphics, AMD Radeon RDNA 3 graphics, 4GB VRAM, 12 compute units, blazing fast memory swap through your applications, and have multiple tabs running with 16GB LPDDR5 6400 RAM. Ample storage of 512GB NVMe PCI 4M2 SSD gives you room to store your favorite games and keep load time snappy. Easily upgrade and replace with another M22230 SSD with a single pop-open screw. Number 8. Zesto ANEO2 AMD R7 6800U. 7 inches handheld PC game console, Win 11 laptop touchscreen video game console, CPU AMD Ryzen 7 6800U processor, tablet PC, 16GB RAM, 1TB storage, white. ANEO was one of the first brands to offer alternatives to Steam Deck, and it all started with the original ANEO, which launched in 2021. The company has, since then, launched lots of portable consoles, notably the ANEO Air, the Air Pro, Next, and more. The ANEO2 is the latest handheld from the company, and it gets a lot of things right, for the most part. For starters, the build quality of the console is known to be phenomenal and premium. The console is powered by AMD Ryzen 7 6800U, which comes with the Radeon 680M graphics. The 680M is capable of playing games at 1080p in low to medium settings. It's a tad bit faster compared to Steam Deck's Aerith APU due to the higher clock speed of compute units. 2.2 GHz was 1.6 GHz. Number 7. ANEO Geek AMD R7 6800U. 7 inches handheld PC game console, Win 11 laptop touchscreen PC video game console, CPU AMD Ryzen 7 6800U processor, tablet PC, 16GB RAM, 1TB storage, 1920x1200 screen. The ANEO Geek features the same processor as ANEO2, but with a few differences here and there. ANEO Geek comes in 1200p/800p variants, lacks the 2-axis haptic motor, and supports PCI 3.0 standard, compared to ANEO2's PCI 4.0 standard. Of the two, the Geek is on the thicker side and the height is also long. ANEO calls it a budget offering as it sells for $949 for the base variant with an 800p screen, 16GB RAM, and 512 GB memory, which is not bad at all. The price difference of $100 does mean that you miss out on PCI 4.0 and a Full HD screen, which makes us think that it's worth spending $100 more and getting the ANEO2 handheld gaming console. Number 6. XAMMU OMX Player 2 AMD Ryzen 7 6800U 8.4 inches 5-in-1 handheld PC video game console 1X Player 2 portable win 11 home OS laptop 2560 x 1600 mini pocket tablet PC black AMD R7 6800U 16 GB plus 1 TB. OMX Player sells its second-gen handheld console for $1,099 for the base variant with Ryzen 7 6800U. Like the Nintendo Switch, you can detach the joysticks, attach a keyboard to it, and use it as a laptop. Moreover, you can use the official dock and get a fully fledged console-like experience, or use it as a tablet. It also has a larger, more powerful 65.5 battery to power its 2.5 K 8.4-inch display. For its price, the OMX Player 2 is probably worth getting over the ANEO Geek or ANEO2. The company also sells OMX Player Mini Pro AMD, which is yet another console powered by the Ryzen 7 6800U and Radeon 680M. Number 5. GP2 WinMax 2 AMD Ryzen 7 6800U 16 GB plus 1 TB 10.1 inches mini handheld win 11 PC video game console game player 1920 x 1200 touchscreen laptop tablet PC 1 TB M2 SSD storage. Launched in 2022, the WinMax 2 2022 was one-of-a-kind machine, or should I say a handheld console. Anyway, the Max 2 2023 ups the specifications and should offer slightly more performance, thanks to AMD's latest RDNA 3 graphics in the 7000 series chipsets. The WinMax 2 2023 comes in two variants, one powered by a Ryzen 5 7640U and Radeon 760M, and the other uses a Ryzen 7 7840U with the Radeon 780M. The 760M is a mixed bag as it comes with 512 shaders compared to 768 shaders in Radeon 680M. However, the max boost clock on the 760M is on the higher side at 2.8 GHz, as 2.4 GHz. Number 4. Nintendo Switch with Neon Blue and Neon Red Joy-Con. Get the gaming system that lets you play the games you want, wherever you are, however you like. Includes the Nintendo Switch console and Nintendo Switch dock in black, with contrasting left and right Joy-Con controllers, one red, one blue. Also includes all the extras you need to get started. Model number HAC001-01. Product serial number begins with XAMMU. This model includes battery life of approximately 4.5 to 9 hours. The battery life will depend on the games you play. For instance, the battery will last approximately 5.5 hours to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild games sold separately. Introducing Nintendo Switch, the new home video game system from Nintendo. Number 3. Retroid Pocket 3 Plus Retro Game Handheld Console. Retroid Pocket 3 Plus Android Retro Game Console, multiple emulators console handheld, 4.7-inch 16:9 display 4500 mAh battery classic games, 16-bit. Think twice before you buy. This retro gaming handheld features a Unisoc Tiger T618. Combining 4 GB of LPDDR4X RAM and 128 GB internal eMMC 5.1 storage for fast retro game emulation. Please check if RP3 Plus can run your favorite game first. Different game platforms /apps for different games. You can find a game from different platforms, and they can't deliver the game at the same level. If you are not satisfied with one platform /app, please try another. Battery self-protection. If it is not used for a long time or the battery power is drained, the battery may start its self-protection. You would not power on it by pressing the power button. Number 2. Nintendo Game Boy Original Gray. The Game Boy did a number of things to help ensure its place in the pantheon of handheld greats. For starters, the console was battery efficient in an era of battery guzzlers. It was also affordable, as were the games. In its time, there was no question about what the best handheld game console was. The Game Boy was in a league of its own. A big part of what made the console so great is that the Game Boy had an incredible lineup of games, and there are hundreds of them. To this day, the Game Boy is an extraordinarily satisfying system to collect games for. It reigns supreme for a decade for a reason. It may not be the prettiest console, but it makes up for that by being one of the best. Number 1. Turbografs Express. The Turbo Express is the portable 16-bit handheld system that plays all the Turbografs 16 game cards. The most popular accessories available for the system, sold separately, included a TV tuner, an accessory that allows you to view local television stations, and a communication link to link two systems when playing games that allow this feature. The system can accept an AC adapter, car adapter, or 6AA batteries, all sold separately. While there have been other home consoles adapted into portable consoles, both officially and unofficially, due to the size of the game cartridges and the consoles themselves, the majority of these consoles are barely portable. Consider yourself on notice, Sega Nomad. The Turbo Express is a notable exception to this trend. The VU cards of the Turbografs 16 were already extraordinarily slim, just about the size of a credit card, which means their games were ideal for portability.